If you're running a Shopify store, you're probably juggling a million things: products, marketing, customer support. But what if there's a huge hidden problem, a silent issue that's costing you a fortune every single day? Well, today we're going to pull back the curtain on this Shopify speed secret, and I'll show you a ridiculously simple one-line fix that could boost your conversions by a massive 25%. Let's dive in.
So let me just ask you, straight up, is your Shopify store leaking sales right now? I'm serious. Because for so many businesses out there, the answer is a big, fat yes. And this leak isn't happening on your product pages or at checkout. Nope, it's happening before your customers even get a chance to see all the great stuff you're selling. And this is why. Just look at this number, 53%. That's how many of your mobile visitors will just give up and leave. They'll hit the back button if your site takes more than 3 seconds to load. 3 seconds. Think about that. More than half of the people you worked so hard to get to your store are gone in a flash. That's what makes slow loading speed the ultimate silent sales killer. You don't get a warning, you don't get a customer complaint email, they just vanish into thin air. It's really that simple. The longer they wait, the more sales you lose. It's a direct connection. Every single tick of the clock matters, and as you're about to see, the cost of that time adds up incredibly fast.
Now check this out, because this is where it gets crazy. For every 1 second of delay, your conversion rate can drop by about 7.1%. But it's not a gentle slope. At 2 seconds, your abandonment rate skyrockets to 28%. And by the time you hit that 3-second mark we just talked about, boom, you're losing over half your potential business. It's a steep, painful, and very expensive drop-off.
Okay, so we've seen the damage. Now let's talk about the why. What's putting the brakes on your store? I mean, Shopify is a powerful platform, right? So what are these hidden forces that are slowing everything down?
Well, it often starts with the dream. You know, building that perfect Shopify store. You pick out a beautiful, custom theme. You start adding all those amazing apps for reviews, pop-ups, social proof, all the good stuff. But the reality is, every single one of those additions can create something called theme bloat and app conflicts, which basically grinds your store's performance to a halt. It's a super common trap, and a lot of Shopify merchants fall right into it.
And this right here shows the biggest culprits. Look at that. Unoptimized images are responsible for 42% of slow load times. Yeah, all those gorgeous, high-resolution product photos. Then you've got render blocking resources at 31%. That's just a fancy way of saying the code from all your apps and your theme are fighting with each other, forcing the browser to just stop and wait. These are the technical brakes holding your revenue hostage.
So, we know why it's slowing down. But what's the actual price tag? What is this costing you in cold, hard cash? Let's quantify the damage. Let this one sink in for a minute. Research from over 1,000 websites found that just 1 single second of delay is worth $2.5 million in annual revenue for an average e-commerce business. That is not a typo. It is the jaw-dropping cost of 1 second.
And to bring that massive number back down to earth, let's look at this. For a pretty typical Shopify store doing around $4.7 million a year, a 2-second delay, which by the way is very common for stores with lots of apps, translates to over $329,000 in lost revenue every single year. That's money that's just gone, poof, because of a couple seconds of waiting.
Okay, that was a lot of bad news. I know, it's pretty grim. But here's the pivot. The good news is that fixing this doesn't mean you have to go learn how to code or hire some crazy expensive agency. What if I told you the solution was as simple as adding 1 single line of code to your Shopify theme?
This is where a platform like WebBoost comes into play. It's basically an all-in-one system that uses AI to automatically optimize your website's speed, and it's designed specifically to hunt down and fix the exact issues that plague Shopify stores, that theme bloat and those app conflicts we talked about. The whole idea is set it and forget it. It just works in the background 24/7, making sure your site is always lightning fast.
And getting started couldn't be easier. Seriously, step 1, you add that one little line of code to your site. No tech skills needed. Step 2, the AI immediately gets to work, analyzing your store and applying over 15 different speed optimizations. It compresses your images, cleans up code, the whole shebang. And step 3, you just sit back and watch your speed scores and your sales go up in real time.
All right, so we've covered the problem, the cause, the crazy high cost, and the super simple fix. Now let's get to the most important part of all, the results. Specifically, what this does for Shopify store owners just like you. And here it is. This is the big one. 25%. Shopify stores that use this kind of automated approach see, on average, a 25% increase in their conversion rate. Let me say that again. A 25% lift in sales. That could be 1 out of every 4 sales you're missing right now, just instantly recovered.
And the whole system is built to be a total no-brainer. It integrates perfectly with Shopify. Like we saw, you don't need to be a tech wizard to use it. And maybe best of all, it's completely risk-free. It's backed by a 14-day money-back guarantee if you're not totally thrilled with the results.
So you see, at the end of the day, this isn't just about shaving off a few milliseconds. This is about real, tangible growth for your Shopify business. It's about getting back the customers you're losing and making the absolute most of the traffic you're already working so hard to get. So I'll just leave you with this one question to think about. What would you do with 25% more sales? The answer could be just one line of code away.